What up, man? What up? I'm just getting booted up here. I actually just had a power surge, so literally just getting everything reset up here. How am I sounding? Is everything sounding okay? How's the music? How's my voice? Is my audio okay? Great. Great, great, great. Sounds good, guys. Sounds good. I'm thinking shorts, guys. I'm thinking shorts right now. I'm in a small size short at the moment, 34.56 entry in the NQ, but I'm just trying to get my screens all set up. I just had a power surge, guys, so little delayed here. Give me a bit here, guys. I haven't taken gold just yet, guys. Give me a sec here, gang. I will absolutely go through all the details, guys. I'm almost fully set up here, guys. All right. Okay. Where's my stuff here? Hope you guys are doing good, though. Hope you guys are doing good. Looks like gold's looking pretty good, too, as well. I'm just kind of sifting through all the charts at the moment. Y'all already know I've been a big old bear on gold, so no surprises there. You can see, by the way, gold here on the FF indicator. We rejected that trigger line very nicely to the downside, gang. All right. I'm gonna get started here in a bit. I'm just gonna go through the chat here just to say hi to everyone first and foremost. All right, Buljeet, good to have you in here. Ron, what up, man? PDP. The NQ is very slow to start, but we definitely had some movement afterwards, though. How's it going, TML? Pete, good to see you, man. GAATR. I don't even know how to pronounce that, but what up, man? JCap, what's going on, Motive? Jane Bond. Home Depot, man. What's going on, dude? Kamya, always good to see you, bro. Nominoms, I will absolutely go through this trade review. I like shorts, but I can totally understand why I'm going to be wrong, potentially. But if I'm wrong, my stop loss is in a respectable area that I'm willing to digest. And I will go through the trade review in a bit here. Philanthropist, how's it going? Zach. Off the failure to break VWAP. Nice. Like that. Yeah, that double top was there. I actually just entered my short not too long ago as well. What's up, K-Coop? Ing Trading, what's up, man? Vins, good to see you, man. Jazza. Partik. Ezo, what up, man? Ifa Star. Tandwan, what up, man? Ergonomic. Sam. Sup. Christian. What do I think of the NQ? I'm bearish right now, but I'm bearish only to a certain point, though. I'm not bearish all the way through. I'm gonna go through the chart review in a bit here. Do I see your chat, Ergonomics? Absolutely, I can see your chat. So as of right now, I'm in this short here. My stop loss is above the VWAP and that little structural channel spot there. So that's kind of where I have it at the moment. If I'm wrong, I'll eat a 33-point stop loss. If I'm right, I'm looking for about 100 points to the downside. I'm liking how we failed. Like if I'm looking at bar by bar and like indicators and all that, like I feel like the short here, it does make sense. And if I'm wrong, honestly, I'm willing to accept it, to be honest. Willing to accept it. What up, Jutran? Yeah, like I can see the thought for longs, but I like my short, so I'm gonna hold on to that at this point, and we'll see. If I'm wrong, I'll calibrate, steady myself, and I'll find a new position afterwards. Like I was thinking for longs during the last hour, but then we closed the hourly bear bar right now too, so I'm gonna stick to my shorts for now, man. Stick to my shorts. Ivo Star. Yeah, man, I'm looking kind of to do the same thing as I did during my stream yesterday, guys. Hopefully we can give a couple accounts today. You know, first one, we got to get 200 thumbs up on the stream. We'll do the first account giveaway, then we'll do 300 as the next one, as usual. And then I'm going to do the same thing as I did yesterday. I'm going to give another account again, specifically from me, right? It's another one of those Apex accounts directly from me, and I'm going to give it to the loyal followers who've been with me for a very long time. I'll do that a little bit later on. Tony Gold, I actually trade other hours. I only stream these hours, but I trade Asia. So I usually trade around 1 hour after Globex Open, and I trade for a few hours there. And again, that all depends because I'm not at my desk every single day. As an entrepreneur, I'm on the road all the time. So it really depends on kind of where I'm at. It's the New York session that I trade the least, actually. That's where I'll trade once in a while, if time permits, but not all the time, though. But this is the only time I can stream, hence why this is the reason why I'm here. This is when my kids go to bed, wife's in bed, like I get the peace and quiet, so to speak. Usually back then, before I started streaming, I used to this is the time where I would catch up on emails, I would do my work and all that type of stuff, but this is now my stream time, guys. It's my stream time. I'm just gonna grab a glass of water here really quickly actually here. So BRB, grabbing water. I'll be right back, guys. Give me a second here. What's going on, MDC? Turbo, what up, man? Someone got a huge payout. Oh, nice! I just saw that. SoFly Trades, let's go! Shout out to SoFly Trades, 5.6K payout. Right on, brother. MDC, are you shorting as well, or are you longing? What are those little boxes? Oh, you know what? I just kind of put some of my stuff away recently, just because I was setting up for some viewings at the house. These are my Pokeballs, man. These are the Pokeballs. As usual, in about 5 minutes, I'm going to do the chart review for the NQ and for gold. Anyone who caught the short golds again, congratulations. I almost say it like every stream. Gold's just been bearish. Absolute bearish. So I'm not saying that you could have just shorted anywhere. Obviously, you have to have a strategy of where you take those entries, but Anyone who's been riding the shorts on gold, man, you've been getting paid. On the NQ right now, I'm looking for us to come down to either 32.88 at least or 32.67. Now, I'm not setting my target down there though, mainly because of the fact that I'm not looking, like if I had 2 contracts in this, I'd be more than compelled to hold on, trim here, and then hold the remaining runner down to the bottom, but I'm not interested in doing that right now. Even this target's a little risky, to be honest. Like if I want to play it safe, technically 2R would be the safest trade right there. 2R would be the safest, right? And that's only because of the where we swept earlier. But I'm going to leave my target where I want it. I'm going to shoot for that. Let's get it. Yeah, 33.70 is a steep drop. Maybe in New York you could do that, but yeah, MDC, I was saying earlier, I don't know when you kind of hopped in, but I was making the comment that like I have reasons to want to take shorts on like multiple time frames, but the way that we've been kind of consolidating here after that we swept the lows down here, I'm a little concerned. I'm a little concerned, but for now, I'm going to take my stab at this. Yeah, 3,400 JCap. I like your target, man. Very safe, very safe. That's a very reasonable target. That's still one, like for me, that would be 1.5R right now. Two minutes here, I'll do the chart review for the gang. I had a pretty, so I'll give you guys an update as well. I had a pretty decent day actually, coming from last stream all the way into the end of New York session. On my Take Profit Trader Pro accounts, there's 2 fundeds. I still got them, haven't blown them yet, right? Got some good payouts actually out of them from yesterday. Challenge is that when I haven't updated my trader stats yet, so I still have to update the P&L aspect, but even though I had a really good day on my Take Profit Traders, I was copy trading my newly funded alpha futures. So took an L on those, right? And then what else was there? What else was there? And then also Top Step as well. I took an L on those as well. And so this is kind of the reason why, again, obviously to each their own. You could arguably say, Alan, you could probably size smaller for those. I could, but kind of where I'm at in my headspace with trading, I'm not interested in trading micros. It's just not, again, personally for me. For students, I will always tell them to trade the micros just to get the rhythm, get a good sense of how to trade before you start to size up. But like with a 1K daily loss limit, that's rough for me. Like I personally don't like dealing with daily loss of that small. So I did take L's on those accounts, but all in all though, I'm still green on the day because that's how strong my TPT days were. So it's just perspective here, guys. On my alpha futures funded that are copy traded, took an L on those. Top Step, took an L on those. Daily loss limit was a pain in my ass. I'm just not my cup of tea. Again, obviously, others can argue that. But even though I took L's on all those accounts with the DLL, I still ended off green on the day because that's how strong my TPT accounts performed for the past 24 hours. So the green could have been a lot bigger, obviously encompassing the entire day, but it is kind of what it is. I'll take it for what it is. P&L wise, not the greatest, but still locked in a payout, which I think in the end of the day, that probably matters more than anything. I think that's the thing about the TPT accounts that I really enjoy is that like on my other funded accounts that I might have, I might take L's on those accounts, but obviously it may take some time for us before we get to that stage where we can get payouts. But TPT, if I just keep getting payouts, even though I'm taking a loss on those other accounts, but I'm not blowing them yet, from a P&L perspective, I'm still in the positive, you know, if that makes sense, because overarchingly my wins on my TPTs are outweighing my losses, and those are the ones that are paying me daily as well. So it's definitely much more valuable to me than the other accounts. Hence why I value TPT a lot. So for those who have never traded Take Profit Trader before, the most difficult part about Take Profit Trader is getting through the intraday trailing drawdown when you're in the funded phase. In the eval phase, there's nothing. There's no intraday trailing, but in the funded, there is. So if you can get over the hump of the intraday trailing, TPT is honestly just an amazing prop to trade with because of the daily payout function, right? And so I like the aspect of that. And I think they're still long-standing doing their 40% off with no activation fee. So you can either get a 50K TPT account for about 120 bucks, I think it is, or a 150K account for like 216 bucks. So Vernati, good to see you, man. Nice, Cortez. Morning, Marty. Yeah, I know DLL for the most part, it saves a lot of people, but it's just the way that I trade, man. It ends up wrecking the way that I execute. We are stuck in range, Aladdin, and I'm going to go through the chart review, kind of explain it. This is where, because of the range, it can become a 50-50 coin toss. But I have my reasons for why I want to short. I'm going to go over that in a bit here. You'll get there, Marty. Almost there, bud. Theo, this is a funded trade on my Take Profit Trader Pro. On my 50K TPT Pro, I've already locked in 900 bucks on that account, so I'm moving on. This is my 150K account. I tend to trade 150K accounts more, but if I don't trade 150K, then I'm okay with the 50K. I don't care for the hundreds and I don't care for the 25s, just based on like drawdown to profit ratios. Yeah, Ron, the trailing drawdown goes away once you hit buffer. Nice, Esso. Alpha Futures having issues with payouts. I started hearing rumors about it yesterday, but haven't seen anything yet. JCap, I haven't, but I one of my students, actually, the one that I talk a lot about, the goofy dude, the one who got like $82,000 in payouts from this year. I know when he requested for a payout, it took a while for him. He still got it, but it took a while. It took like 2 weeks, which was very weird. Momo, good to have you here. Welcome to Project 365. My name's Alan. Azheng Trades here. I'm the pre-London host, man. There's no live trailing on eval 1590, 150. Eval wise, there's no intraday trailing no matter what. It's when you get to funded that you have intraday trailing no matter what. I don't know why you maxed the MFF if he's, I dislike it very much. Yeah, 100%, man. What up, William? All right, so I know it's that time now. I'm gonna go through the chart review, gang. So for all the newcomers, I'm just gonna start off by saying, welcome to Project 365. My name's Alan. I'm Azheng Trades. Previously, everyone who knows me from the old days when I used to trade Tesla on options, Uchiha Trades. I'm the pre-London host, and you know, for all those newcomers here, definitely drop a like and subscribe, because over the course of the day, there are 5 of us that actually trade and host the project here. Ron G streams before me over the Asia session. Then I have myself here. Mr. Rake trades himself. Jake Ricci trades the New York Open, followed by Lamelli and Mitch, who trades the afternoon session. So for anywhere, wherever you are from around the world, I think we've got something good to offer. During my session, we usually have slower price action, so I have more time to engage in conversation. So I'll do that with the chat. I'll answer questions, anything you want, trading, business, life, whatever you name it. I'm a well-rounded individual. I'm an entrepreneur, like working with restaurants and business with that outside of the trading world of it all. So my identity isn't only just trading. With that, I am going to jump into the trade review. I'm going to go over the NQ and gold as I normally do. And when I do this, I will not just talk about what I'm looking for from the day, but I'm also going to talk about how we could have traded the session and trades that I have taken from our last stream leading into today. Now, obviously, I have resetted a lot of my levels and channels since yesterday, so I'm going to have to see if I can remember some of the trades that I took based on levels and channels, but you will see, and I talk about this a lot, even if you don't end up taking trades during my session with these reference points that I'm talking about, I promise you that later on, whether that's London or New York, there will be opportunity to still take trades. And I think many of the loyal followers who have been here for long enough will know that is very much true. So anyways, with that, we're going to hop right into this. So we're going to talk about the NQ first. I am in a short right now. Let's take a look at the weekly timeframes here first. So on the weekly timeframes, you can see here that we're obviously putting in a pretty strong bullish bar. What we've talked about in the previous stream was that even though we had a bearish bar, I made a comment that we look like we're in a larger time frame range right now. So I'm not looking for an immediate push down. And I was clearly right to say that because over the past couple of days, we've already recovered majority of the move all the way up here, which is kind of the reason why in my thought process right now, I'm saying like, you know what, can we go long, short? But I'm kind of like in that rangy mindset. Like if you take a look at the weekly time frame, we basically tested the weekly open, last week's weekly open, and we've kind of started peeling back. Am I saying that we're going to melt all the way back down? No, I'm not saying that. But it is something to pay attention to when we're looking at the multi-time frame analysis. On the daily time frame, we had a bullish close on this day, which created this follow through on the daily leading to the upside, which we saw over the New York session. And I'm going to talk about how we could have traded that actually during the New York session based on what we talked about during our last stream. Okay. But as of right now, I can see us again, if we're playing the range, what I'm looking for, and I've actually marked it on my chart here. So yes, I'm targeting here at this moment in time on the hourly. It does look like we can sell off here. If we could take out the wick low, I really do think we can tag the 32.88 spot down here. Although I'm not holding for all the way there because I only have one contract. I don't want to be too greedy on my trade. If I can accomplish this target, I'm very happy with that. Depending on how we react to the low of this wick, I may or may not close out early or move my stop. We will see what price does so I can decide what I really truly want to do with that. But what I'm looking for as a bounce as we come down is I'd look for a long reaction at 32.88 or 32.67. Okay. And now I've talked about this 32.88. It's been on my chart actually for the past couple of days. And you're going to see how that spot played very nicely for us over the New York session. Okay. Let's go into the trades over the course of yesterday's stream coming into today. So as you can kind of see here, I should probably change, I'll change that up later. You can see here, this channel area, this ended up becoming the high, and we had a failed breakout here, which sent us lower, right? If you guys remember the trade that I took yesterday on this already, I've already captured this, but you can see here how the shorts coming up from up here was a pretty solid trade, all things considered. You can see again over the pre-market of London, London session, but pre-market to New York, you can see that we failed the same area, right here, that same spot that I talked about yesterday. We did it again over here and over here, right? So another short opportunity that we could have taken. Now, New York longs, again, this would have been dicey. I don't trade the New York Open, but it was very valid, right? Let's take a look at what we did here. We came down here, we put a lower high in at the 35.5 area, which, we talked about in the prior streams, which also played a role in respect for being the high of day during the Monday's New York session, but it ended up becoming a nice lower high short trade. Now, we did end up ranging here, but we triple bottomed at Globex at the 30.007, which also was the psychological spot at the 30,000 mark. If you took this long, whether you looked at the 2 minute, the 5 minute, the 15, there were logical reasons to take long off of that with your stop loss below the wick of low. Would have made bank. Obviously would have made bank. I don't think I would have held all the way to the high end of things, but what you could have done here for sure is you could have taken the longs off the bottom here and either sold at this channel mark here or sold at the upper channel. Either way would have been completely up to you and how you would have wanted to manage that trade. But you can see here that this little structural channel, even during the New York session, you can see we pulled back to it, literally to the wick, right to the channel, before we continued moving higher again. Now, I highlighted this with an arrow because I was saying that if you wanted to take an aggressive potential higher low here, this would have been your signal bar candle to take longs to the upside over the course of the New York session. But here's why I said that 32.88 spot was very important. Take a look at this. That 32.88 area over the New York session ended up becoming a beautiful failure, call it double bottom or failure to go lower, long trade that pretty much moved all the way up to the upside. And so this, I believe, if I remember this correctly when I was looking at it, this was about a 270 point move to the upside. No, 243 point move to the upside. So a very solid trade. And this is kind of what I mean by, if you take a look at how we reference these points, even though we can't trade them over Asia or London, they may play out very nicely going into the New York session. Coming into today, you can see here that we did open up. We held Globex for a while. You know, I was kind of looking for a bit of a small scalp long. I know one of my students caught a scalp long here off the VWAP, off the bounce of Globex as well. But we didn't end up actually having any buying strength here, right? So once we lost the Globex opening print, we could have leveraged the Globex as well as the 200 EMA as our form of resistance flipped to the downside, which, so if you caught the short here, which I know a couple of guys that I work with did catch the short, a beautiful short trade to the downside. It just took a long time to get there. Like, we basically ranged for 3 hours before we had this move, which, again, patience, right? Since then, we've been holding beneath this 3474 area, as you can see here that I marked. We actually double topped it here, which is the reason why I've entered this trade. We're also holding beneath the 200 EMA. We're below VWAP, we're below Globex. So just in terms of like where we're at in the chart, I'm taking my chances at my shorts based on that thesis here. We are double topping, a point of interest. We're holding beneath the 200 EMA. When I look at the multiple timeframes as well, I also see that we are looking quite bearish. The only thing that's making me concerned is the way we swept here. So I don't know how we're going to react as price comes down here. We're going to watch and see. This is a bigger trade than I normally take during pre-market London. And I say this because during pre-market, it usually ranges. So you don't actually get a lot of opportunity to get good moves. So generally speaking, if I wasn't like in conversation with you guys, a lot of times you guys will see me, I'll take quick scalps here and there. And I say scalps, it's not the scalp that most people do, which is like 5 to 6 points. I'm scalping like 15 to 20 points. So it's still like a decent chunk, but it's not long enough for it to be considered like a long hold of a trade. Like as of right now, I could have sold for 20 points, right? I could have sold for 20 points and that would have been 400 bucks, right? Now, 1R is 33.5, which means that if I do want a 1R trade, at the very least, 1R is about right here, right? Right here. And I'm just going to change the font on this just for the sake of the visual. So we'll go 1R. Two R's about right here. And then where I'm actually targeting right now is 3R. Well, I guess 3R would be right here, sorry. Okay. So anyways, that's kind of my 2 cents on the NQ breakdown so far. I'm just going to read through the chat here quickly before I hop onto the gold trade review. Yeah, Samu profits, man. There's no, for the take profit charter eval period, there's no intraday trailing. It only exists during your funded phase. CJS trading, man, it's not just you, man. I feel like that's a very common challenge that many people have, allowing one day to wipe out weeks of progress. And that's where we know as traders, that's where like our risk management comes into great deal. And this is the reason why I always say that people who find success trading for in the early days and they win, I don't care if a trader comes to me and be like, hey, Alan, I've only been trading 6 months and I've already made like 6 figures or whatever that may be. Honestly, man, unless that guy's got like the, you know, the discipline to not let that get the best of them, they're potentially going to lose it just as fast as they made it, right? So I think it's important that if you want to do this for the long run, I've always said this in career growth and business growth, and I'll say it in trading. What we do today here is not a sprint. It's a marathon. It really isn't about how fast we start. It's about how we finish. The journey on this race is far more important than how quick you can get there. Because if you want to last long in this craft, that's important to us. So my 2 cents on that. Hey, Samir. KTN Note, good to see you again. My man, Kenji, what's going on, brother? Phantom Love, hello, hello. Ravnir, hello. How do you become a good loser? I think that a lot of times that good losers it's so subjective and dependent on the person. I think every one of us have different traumatic reasons as to why we do the things that we do. One must really know themselves in order for them to understand whether they're in this for the right reasons or not. I don't think it's really necessarily always important to be right. What's more important is that you are following your rules, because the way I look at it is this: I would look at rules as like the bar, like the measuring stick, right? And if you can't control it or you don't have any, then you can't calibrate yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? Like if you don't have a bar to calibrate, which means if you don't have any rules to follow, then you're always at the mercy of the emotional turmoil that is the markets, right? So one has to establish where the measuring stick is before you can calibrate said measuring stick. So have some rules, set some rules, work on that, right? And then from there, gradually calibrate and learn the markets to see what works best for us, right? Sorry, Jeremy. I mean, in terms of how we use indicators, I guess it really comes down to what indicators you're using, right? Like depending on the time frame, on the 2-minute, I use VWAP, 200 EMA. On the 5-minute, I use the 9, 20, 50 EMA and the VWAP, right? So it really depends on the time frames. I also have the FF indicator, which you guys saw here. The FF indicator is also a what is it called? It's a privately developed indicator that I'm subscribed to. I also use that as a reference. So it really depends on how you look at it. But essentially, all in all, each indicator is going to tell a different story for us. Yeah, I should probably change this. I know someone gave me feedback on this last time. There you go. Sub Bastra or Bass Trades, Past Trades, sorry. How's it going, man? Devon, what up, man? Why in the world would you use black lines? I don't know, man. I have so many different colored lines here. I figured I'd use black so that it's not like too messy on the chart. It's like subtle. Might bounce on the 5-minute 200 EMA. Yeah, it's possible. Very possible that it does that. Yep, you're right. I'm taking my chances here. The Constellations compared to New York. Yeah, man, New York is like New York can give you cardiac arrest, man. It's crazy. I'm using Fidias 25k with 500 stack drawdown. What do you think? Fidias? I have no idea even what that is. That's completely up to you. I mean, if the drawdown works for your strategy, it works for yourself, man. That's too small for me. I don't trade that size personally. Yeah, the 200 EMA in the 5 minutes does make you less worried, man. But if we can clear that, man, I think we got moves down. Good evening, Pete. My man, right guy. I keep losing. SoFi trades. I don't know if that works for everyone, bro. Hey, Home Depot, man. I mean, I can't tell you how to leverage yourself. I did do the chart review already on NQ, right, guy? I haven't done gold yet, though. My first 3 months, I made 10K and I lost it all. An additional 10K the following 6 months, still in my first year. You know, Dracula, what you just described is what every trader goes through. And that's exactly what I'm talking about, right? Quick wins early on, build the overconfidence. You don't have the system, you don't have the process. And the next thing you know it, you end up losing more than you made, right? So it's no fault to you either. I mean, I think Dracula, almost all traders kind of go through this journey. This is the reason why I'm always saying that it's important to like work with people who've walked this path, because a lot of times, very similar to business, you don't know what you don't know, so you don't know what questions to ask, and you almost don't know what kind of enemy is around the corner, right? And so more often than not, the enemy is the mirror, it's you. And it's just about figuring out how to manage that, right? What do you think about static drawdown versus dynamic drawdown? Which is better long term? Static, I mean, that's a no-brainer, my friend. Static drawdown 110% of the way. If you have the end of day drawdown where you're like, it just doesn't, actually, you know what? Let me take that back. I realize what static is. I think there's static drawdown, there's end of day drawdown, then there's intraday trailing drawdown. For me, I like end of day drawdown. I think static means that if you have like $1,000 drawdown, correct me if I'm wrong, no matter how much drawdown you build, you're always gonna have that same static drawdown. I think that's what that is. If I'm wrong, totally correct me. But I personally, if you're telling me to choose, end of day drawdown is by far the best. Intraday trailing drawdown is an absolute pain in the ass. However, However, usually the intraday trailing drawdown accounts are the ones that can sometimes offer you the best return on investment. So it's kind of like you're paying less to have a more difficult vehicle to trade with, but then the ROI is greater, right? So generally speaking, for example, like I recommend like Lucid's Flex plans or Tradeify's Select plans. I recommend those generally because they have the least amount of rules, no consistency rules, or low consistency rules. Sorry, Flex has no consistency rule. I believe Select still has it, but consistency rules, daily loss limits, you know, what is it, zero activation. There's all those other things that make it beneficial. That's why I like them a lot. I'm working my way through down the chat, my man. Don't worry about the charts on the right-hand side. If you're wondering why I'm covering it, it's not relevant. I'm just trying to be able to see the time frames while still being able to also see the chart for you guys at the biggest range possible. No problem, NYNY. I'm in the short with you. Stop loss is lower than yours thought. But working on not moving my stop loss with this up and down PA. No, for sure, man. My TP is above the 5-minute 200 EMA. Okay, that's fair. The 5-minute 200 EMA is pretty much the 1.5R from where I am too. I see if you lose 30% of your profits, stop for beginners. If no profits yet, then depending on your strat, but 2 to 3 loss and out. I hope it helps. Yeah, kind of what Momo was saying there. Even generally for myself, each account, if I take 2 losses, I automatically move on. So that's how I rotate accounts. But for you guys who are learning, you might not want to divulge into the whole hopping into like multiple trades over and over again, because I wouldn't want you to degen. But that's generally how I rotate through my accounts as well. So I agree with Momo there. Oh, static drawdown never moves from the start. Okay, that's good to know. Hey, Arthur, good to see you, man. I remember you. So I guess static is the better one. So it's static, end of day, and then intraday trailing, I guess. Hey, Joel. I'm not sure, but the way I understood was if I have static, it doesn't trail. So if I grow my account... Yeah, NY. The chat's already answered the question. They know static much better than I do. I've never traded a static account in my life, so I don't really know it too well. Brian, you got any student interviews? Are you talking about trading wise, Brian? I just want to make sure that I know what you mean by that. Apex has static drawdown. That's right. NY. Thanks, man. I appreciate the kind words. I mean, we take losses too, right? It's part of the game. There's no shying away from that. It's part of the game. I always say that, you know, getting punched in the market is pretty natural. It's whether or not you can take the punch and get back up and shake it off, right? The way you politely broke down the trolls BS in chat last night was... Oh, DLP. I know. Trust me, part of me was like, do I call this guy out for being a troll? I'm like, you know what? Nah. I'm not going to sink to his level. If he wants to troll, he can troll all he wants. Apex has had static accounts. I don't know if they've got rid of them, but they used to have them. Yeah, Brian, I've kind of sifted through a lot of them already. I don't know if there's anybody who else that didn't get my email, but all good. I'm proceeding with the list I got, so I'll be starting next week with them, and I'll be onboarding them this week. Good to see you, Icy Hawk, Ahmed. William Burke, I appreciate, man. Thank you. I appreciate, man. Thanks for the kind words. Thank you. Thank you, Arthur. I hope we get some follow through. It would suck if we just like do this. You know what I would really like to see, guys? Where my 1R is right now, I would like us to close beneath that on this hourly candle. Like, I would love to see that happen at the very least. maybe then we'll have the chance to keep going lower. Yeah, Pete, there was a guy yesterday that was like, there's two guys actually. One guy kept saying that I was greedy when I was trading, which I really don't know what he was talking about. I'm starting to think he was a bot. And then there was another dude that referenced an ICT reference with me saying that, because I took a short trade, and then he asked me why, he made a comment saying like, why would you short there? There's an order block there or something like that. I can't remember, something along the lines of that. I just ignored him, obviously. And the trade actually ended up working out fairly smoothly. But that's one of those things where it's like, I think that's the beautiful thing about the craft that we are in, gang, is that we're doing something where we can all have different ways to getting about the outcome. And for some of us, we might have 5 different reasons and end up at the same outcome. So I think it's like, it's good to be a student. You know, a lot of times when people say things to me, I'm very happy with, like, you know, absorbing and listening. Like, if you got value to offer, I'll listen, I'll take it in, and I'll digest and see if it makes sense to me. If it doesn't make sense, I move on, right? But I don't think it's ever right. In the same way that I would never want a trader to impose will on the market, I don't think you should ever impose and impose your a strategy onto someone else, because it might not actually be relevant to someone else, right? I think trading is a very unique craft that works with the person. Not every strategy works with everyone, depending on the way that you personally can digest the charts. Mackenzie, appreciate it, man. I really don't like this buy candle, man. We had a 5-minute failure to go lower. This 15 is forming it as well. I would very much like us to go lower. I don't want us to move any higher here, guys. Yeah, MDC, I don't want it to be disrespectful. Like, that's the thing. Like, I try not to be rude about it, because, like, well, like, people do well with ICT and stuff like that, right? Like, I mean, Jade Cap is like the world Apex record holder, and he's an ICT trader, right? So there's nothing wrong with it. I just think that, like, if you look at something and believe that it's like the holy grail and there's nothing else better, that's when I think that becomes a little bit of arrogance, because I think there are a lot of ways that we can come to the same conclusion still. Yeah, Trina, there you go. You remember. Is MES and MNQ correlated? Special one return line. Okay. NY. I don't trade. First and foremost, I don't trade ES or MES. Same thing, right? And I also don't trade off the 1-minute time frame. A lot of the times NQ and ES do correlate with each other, but sometimes what people look for in that specific strategy, I don't, but I know that a lot of people do. They'll look for divergences between ES and NQ. So I've seen people correlate NQ and ES divergence. I've seen people do correlation between NQ and gold, whatever reason. NQ to oil, like, it comes down to your strategy again. If you choose to correlate those asset classes, then you work that into your strategy, right? Yeah, Theo, I know it's very slow. I guess more time for me to chat with you guys. Diljit, I mean, if you're here on stream, I'm imagining you're here to learn. So watch, chat, and you'll learn a lot. Not just from me as a streamer, but from all the solid guys that are in here in the chat. I'm like, shout out to MDC. I mean, he's been here almost every day with me. So much love to you, brother. And he's got a good head on his shoulder when it comes to trading as well. Yeah, I would never tell you guys. Like, even when you guys say, hey, Alan, how should I trade? I'm like, even I wouldn't do that to you. Like, it just doesn't seem right, man. Yeah, SPY and QQQ is the same as ES and NQ. Same concept, Pete. Walid Davik, it's going good, man. Yeah, I know it is Wiki Skill Vortex. George Trades, I'm based out of Vancouver, Canada. I'm in the West Coast, so I'm Pacific Standard Time. It's 10:44 p.m. my time here. My man, Zach, I appreciate the call up, man. You're a good guy, man. You're a good guy. Around 80 more likes until I apparently give Hypo Star a count. But no, with all realness though, we're almost at 400 viewership, guys. Let's rack it up, guys. I want to give some accounts to you guys, man. The faster we get to 200 thumbs up, I can give you the first account. We get to 300 thumbs up, I can give you a second account. Let's get there. Let's get there fast. And like I said, for the loyal guys, if you're going to stay here for a little bit longer and get to near the end of the stream, for the long-term guys who've been here for the first couple weeks when I started this stream, when I was still a newbie to streaming, because this is actually, Project 365 is the first time I've ever streamed in my life in general. So I will also give out a Apex 50K end of day drawdown account to one of those loyal followers. So no entry required for that one at the end, because I remember all of you guys' name for the loyal followers. Am I getting into shape for the summer? Sadly, no. I need to work on that. MDC, that'd be pretty sick. That'd be pretty sick, dude. I enjoy EDM, but you know what? I don't follow the scene enough these days to tell you what's my favorite artist. I just like to listen to them. It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? Yeah, fast asleep is what mine are. Well, actually, I hope they're fast asleep. I am Chinese by root, the Trades University, but I'm not Rake Trades. You can actually tag me personally. I'm Azheng Trades. Algeria, 6:45 in the morning. Oh, damn. I am streaming. So so for me, the Canadian holidays are irrelevant. I'm streaming all the time. The only time I don't stream, obviously, is if US holidays, because US holidays kind of shut down the market. But I'm always going to be here, guys. If I'm not here, there is going to be a very, very good reason for me not being here. As you guys know, if you guys been following me this week already, I've been streaming even when I was traveling in a hotel. So nothing's going to stop me from streaming with you guys. I could be halfway around the world and I'll still be here. Thanks, Right Guy. You appreciate it, man. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it, man. Hi, full star. You crack me up, dude. We'll see what the bot does, brother. Praga, man. I mean, if it hits your target, fantastic. I don't know. I don't feel good about holding that long. Man, you guys are blowing up the chat here. If you have a 25K account, I mean, you can't really risk a lot. You have a $1,000 drawdown. So you're either only going to risk $100 or $200 per trade max. Like, you can't do more than that. Otherwise, you're like dead in the water. YT, I just did a chart review on NQ. As always, I have both ends. We're in a larger time frame range right now, so it's anybody's game. But I'm looking to play on an intraday weakness right now. We came out of the New York session with a very large move, but I want us to go lower. I do want us to go lower before we go higher. Like, ideally, the way I would want to see the NQ is I'd like to see us, like I said, mentioned earlier, and I'd like to see us come down here to the 288 or 267 area. And then from there, if we use that as the low springboard, I would like to see us continue higher so that we can break out of this larger time frame range, especially as we go closer into the 4th of July weekend. I'm not in gold at the moment. Is gold exploding? No. Gold is also just chopping right now, guys. Hey Johnny, the Lucid Max did not work out well for me. I can't. The Rhythmic, I mean, because I have to rebuild them again now, so I could still go back to that again. I'm just trading Lucid Max evals right now again. I'm working on it one by one. I've got one eval with them that I'm working on. I struggled, man. I struggled with Rhythmic Pro. I couldn't tell when I was filled, and I couldn't tell like where it was and exiting. Like, I thought I had exited a position, but apparently I didn't. Like, anyways, it's my problem, man. It's my problem. I'll just cough it up to user error. Yeah, I want to be Santa Claus with giveaways, but you guys gotta throw me a bone here, man. You proclaimed as the like police. I appreciate that, Pete. Yeah, Momo, maybe the news is gonna help us break new all-time highs going to the 4th of July. Zach, no, I don't trade live for futures. I only trade live for options. I have not tried Trade C, Arthur, because for me to move live, I can't use Trade C where I am. There's actually very few prop firms in the space. Arthur, I believe you live in the same city as me. When you go live with Lucid, you have to use Rhythmic Pro. You cannot use Trade C. It's not an option for us. So we're actually very limited. With the few prop firms that can move us live, we end up being stuck with like really crappy broker platforms to work with. Charito, all we need to do, man, is run these thumbs up on the stream. It doesn't cost you guys anything, but it helps us out a lot. And then we can kind of rack up our giveaways. No Trade C, guys. No Trade C. Where I am in Vancouver, Canada, the only option I have is Rhythmic Pro. I don't have any other option. It does feel ancient, man. Anyways, while it's doing this thing, I mean, I guess I should do a gold trade review too, guys. So let's run through the gold trade review, gang. As I've mentioned last time, big old bear. We've been closing these out and making our way downtown here. Next big area, I mean, we already tagged it, was that channel level. If we break beneath that, then full following levels beneath us is what we're looking for on gold. I'm just bearish, man. If you long on gold, you're literally just trying to catch reversal or reversion trades. Like, personally for me, I'd rather just patiently wait for the bearish setups for gold, because I think it's quite bearish, even on the daily time frame. Like, I do think that, like, if we want to play on the daily bullish candle, maybe we come back down, tag the lows, and we move back high again, maybe. But again, like I said, I'm definitely more bearish on gold than anything else right now. Hourly time frame as well. Hourly sell bar, last hour. I mean, obviously there's only 6 minutes left of this hour, so we'll see how this bar closes. If it closes bullish, then to be honest, it just ends up being tricky, and I would honestly just stay clear of gold at that point. I don't know how I'd feel about that. Yeah, you can see we're curling here, right? We're holding. I'll just draw this out just so that we have visual. Like, this was the low, and you can see here that we're holding on to it right now. So this is what you would consider as like a wedge, guys, for those who are like newer traders. This is essentially a wedge that we've got forming here, right? And we're looking to see either we can hold this descending triangle wedge and break down, or we break out of this wedge and we break to the upside. But that's essentially what we would look for. Going into the prior session as well over gold, you can see here that this double bottom off of VWAP here, which also was a resistance flip support structure, was a very solid long. We like launched all the way into the channel, which is essentially what ended up becoming the high of day. You can see here after the first hour of London Open, the top of channel ended up becoming a very clean short spot for us to take. It ended up double topping as well. So if you missed that short at 1 in the morning Pacific Standard Time, you could have taken it again at about 4:46 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, offering a nice double top short off the channel. Coming into the New York session here, you can see here that we failed to push lower over the pre-market lows. We ended up reclaiming back into the channel, using the bottom end of the channel as kind of like a potential higher low longs, which then kind of gave us that big breakout. In the same regard that we used that as a resistance before, we can see that we pivoted a 2-minute higher low here off that channel, which gave us another move up to the area of interest at the top there. Other than that, man, that AOI at 440.77 ended up becoming the resistance point for us, and I actually mentioned this before as well. But that ended up becoming the short setup that pushed us all the way back down to the New York opening print on gold. And pretty much ever since then, we opened up Globex very similar to the NQ trade setup. We came up here, we rejected the old Globex spot of 40.32. pummeled down, and then we set a nice lower high beneath Globex opening print, and we just sank from there. So anyone who took the gold trade there, congratulations, because that was quite the melt off. Like, let's take a look here. How big of a trade was that actually? So risking about what, like 4 points? Low of day, 38 points on gold. So perspective, guys, on one mini, that's $3,800, almost $3,900 on one mini. So yeah, that's kind of gold right now, man. But honestly, I'm bearish. I would like to see us break down into this. Maybe what we can see here is we can break down and continue lower, right? Otherwise, if we want to see longs, maybe we consolidate here for long enough and we break out of the wedge to the upside. But that's what I would be looking for there. Let's see. Going through the chat again here, guys. I know, hey John, it's okay, man. It is what it is. As long as I'm able to make money somewhere with some prop firm, I'm okay with it, man. You can use my home address for more options if you want. I've been offered by someone actually to trade their private capital. It's someone who has like a lot of money too. And to be perfectly honest though, as great as that sound, because like obviously getting a percentage of that cut would feel amazing. It'd be the closest thing to trading like a Wall Street trader, but that stress alone would kill me, man. I don't think I could do it. 68 Chris, I appreciate it, man. Do you deposit from Rise to your bank account or crypto wallet? I have had issues with deposit to bank multiple times now. So I don't use Rise anymore because none of the prop firms I currently trade with use Rise. But when I used to use it, yes, I would take Rise and I would deposit it right into my personal bank account. I don't know how the VPN stuff works, to be honest. I would never risk it. I think the risk there is, you know, not ideal. Okay, Zach just said it doesn't work, so I guess that answers that question. $44X Punisher. Yes, the giveaways for today. I'm still waiting for 200 thumbs up, man. There's like, dude, guys, there's like 430 of you guys. How are we not at 200 thumbs up? This is wild. Do you guys not want a free account? I like Tradeify. YT, I like Tradeify. I like Lucid a lot. Apex is great for scale because it's the only prop firm that allows you 20 accounts. I love TPT personally right now because of it. And again, I've been loyal to them because they've been consistently paying me. But yeah, those would be some off the top of my head. Alan, can you see my text? Is YouTube acting out on me? I can see your text, bro. I can see your text, Vernati. I see. I see, Armani. Makes sense. You want to go balls deep on gold. Good luck, brother. Good luck. Yeah, Jason Trade Hub, every single prop firm will have its limitation for rules. There's a general rule of like five payouts or whatever, but just read through it. Everyone's a little bit different. They have it so that it's subject to allow it to be able to remove you live or cap you or whatever it may be. But a lot of times if you're too volatile, you'll end up staying in sim for a little bit longer before they do it. Woozy, work market, about a day. It was pretty quick for me back then with Lucid. Hoping pass, get some Lucid on until I can't. Oh, Lucid accounts. Oh yeah, we'll get there, man. We'll get there. We're kind of rotating between different props, man. Justin, I will always individually trade them. The only ones that I've been copy trading are like these ones that I've been experimenting with like alpha futures and stuff like that. But if you're asking me with like my primary trading prop firm, take prefer trader, I do not copy trade those. If I could go live, I would, but I can't where I am. Most times I'm restricted. And I'm okay with that. I don't make a big deal. I see that we're at 200 thumbs up now, guys. So I will get the bot set up here, guys. Technically, My Funded Futures and Tradeify both have daily payout options. I think the My Funded Futures daily payouts are better, if I remember. But they're no, sorry. My Funded Futures is intraday trailing drawdown, so it's just like TPT. Tradeify doesn't have intraday trailing drawdown for their daily payouts, but they have a daily loss limit to them. So each prop is going to have its own limitations. So I don't like on the hourly time frame that we did not close beneath the wicks. Like, we moved beneath the wicks, but we didn't close beneath the wicks, which I don't like. I really wish we could get followed through, guys. An hour has already gone by. I don't use any indicators on the 1 hour time frame, fair dude. I'm from Vancouver, Canada, guy from Thai. FFF Justin is Funded Futures family. I maxed out with them a long time ago. All right, guys, I'm about to set up the bot here. I'm going to give some instruction. So, to participate in the giveaway, drop a thumbs up on the stream. Type into the chat. All right. All right, I just got the price alert here. So 1R is locked in. So if I wanted to take this trade for 1R right now, I could have taken this for 1R. And just so you guys know, anyone who's typing questions in the chat right now, I can't respond because obviously you guys are spamming the chat right now for the giveaway. But this giveaway thing is clock's gonna run for 4 minutes here. So as of right now, I'm gonna keep this trade. I'm 1R right now. Let's see if we could tag 2R. Honestly, the cleanest, like low, like I don't want to say low risk, but the most conservative risk here is to shoot for 1.5R. And I say that just because I know even some of you guys already have your targets priced for 30,400. I agree. I think that's a very safe spot to take profit. But I want to hold this. I want to see this trade through. Other than that, 2R, generally speaking, for most trade is where I take my positions. It's where I close out. So we'll see how this chat goes, guys. We'll see how we do. I mean, it's like it's 11 o'clock already, so I'm really contemplating on whether or not I want to hold the 3R, just because I feel like 3R might take forever. Nice moves here, guys. Nice moves. Let's rack up these numbers, guys, because the next thing I'm going to do here is if we can get to 300 thumbs up, we'll do another giveaway. If we break beneath 2R, guys, like even if we just spike beneath it, I will move my stop loss to 1R. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because I honestly don't want to be too greedy going into tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. Part of me, that's what I'm kind of tossing and turning here right now is whether or not I want to do that or just take my position at 2R. I don't know. We'll have to see, man. I don't know how I feel at the moment. I guess we'll see how price develops here. On the FF indicator as well, we're getting a really nice follow through off that 5-minute trigger hold. How's gold looking? Gold is testing the 5-minute trigger right now, but the 2-minute looks like we might break out to the upside. "54 seconds and we'll announce the winner of the giveaway." All right, we got the giveaway here is pretty much up now, so I'm going to move this out of the way so you guys don't keep spamming. The winner of this giveaway, Alan B. Are you here? Alan B. Uh-oh. I don't see you. Are you there? Oh, you are there. Nice. Got me a little worried there. I'm giving it to myself, apparently. No. All right, Alan B, if DM me on Instagram, and I will send you the code afterwards, man. Congratulations on winning the giveaway. We are 279 thumbs up. If you guys can crack us to 300 right now, we'll do another giveaway right away. And just making sure you know as well, Alan B, if you've won before, I won't be able to give you the code afterwards. So please make sure that this is, if this is not your first, like if you've won before, let me know so I can give it to someone else. Because I will have to deny you at the end if you've won this before. Because we track all of this. Awesome. Yeah, shoot me a DM then, man. I couldn't use them even if I wanted to. To be honest, if I used them, I would get flagged. I would get flagged by the prop firm. Is gold dumping finally? Oh, nice. So guys, that is that's that breakdown I told you guys about earlier. We held that 5-minute trigger line on the F indicator and then we sank. That's a nice follow through. Very solid. Very solid. Right now, the spot we're holding is the 200 EMA on the 5-minute time frame. I would love for this 5-minute candle to close beneath it. Aladdin, I don't know when Rick's going to make that change. For now, what I'm going about it is providing that one account at the end of the night to long-term followers. Yeah, man. Good to see you, big boy. I know the price action's been kind of AIDS. I agree, Zach. I agree, man. 5-minute. Come on, give me a nice shooting star candle close beneath the 200 EMA. Yeah, we're holding this 200 EMA quite well. Nice, nice. Solid trade, Buljeet. I know. I'm tempted to, man. If I had 2 contracts, I would have trimmed for 1 hour already, for sure. That's not the 5-minute close I wanted, guys. That is not the 5-minute close I wanted. Come on. You got to make it up to me, NQ. Give me a nice, fat 5-minute Morobozu bar. Why not go B? I don't know what that means. Exited at 410. Nice. Good work, Samir. Oh, why not go break even? It's not how I trade, man. I accept full risk when I take my trades. Structurally, I'm not going to move this to break even yet. I think this is too... The trade setup's not the way that I want it to be moving my stop loss. Oh, we're at 300 thumbs up now, guys. Nice. I'm going to get another giveaway going, guys. All right, I'm gonna get the bot started here. When I get the bot started, guys, I won't be able to watch the chat, guys. So if you guys ask me any questions, I'm gonna miss it. All right, the bot set up now, guys. You guys can go. I am Windmill. Yeah, I am from Vancouver. I haven't been to Seattle in a long time, but yeah, I'd be open to going down there with my family. We didn't get the 5-minute close I wanted, but for this 5-minute bar, it would be really nice to close beneath that 200 EMA. That would also give us a nice 15-minute close as well. Looks like gold is still pushing down right now as well. One minute left, and then we'll announce the giveaway winner. All right, let's announce the giveaway winner. Oh, Justin Lowe, my man. I remember your name. Justin Lowe, you still here, bro? What are my thoughts on FFF? Oh, they were good. I had no issues trading with them. All right, Justin Lowe, you know the drill, man. Send me a DM on Instagram. Congratulations, man. Do you think holding these shorts down to 30305 area is too ambitious? I think so, personally. Yeah, I think that's too ambitious. I expect us to bounce when we get to 288 or 267. But we'll see, man. Who knows? Maybe I could be horribly wrong. Let's go NQ. Let's go NQ. Keep pushing, man. Keep pushing. Marco, what up, man? I did my trade review earlier on. I kind of touched on all of it already, but long story short at the moment, just because in case you don't scroll all the way back, we have a double top here at a point of interest that I have. 200 EMA, below VWAP, below Globex opening print, bar by bar analysis, market structure. All of it's kind of looking bearish to me, so yeah. 300, yeah, man. I think there were 2 or 3 of you guys in that short trade targeting 30,400. Congrats, man. I'm honestly contemplating on taking it for 2R, to be honest. I'm very tempted. Zach, my TP right now is at 3355. What makes my target dangerous is that I'm expecting price to hit beneath the low of session already, which is where we had a lot of buying earlier. So that's the risk of me shooting for 355. So part of me thinks that if price closes beneath the 2R spot, I feel like I might want to suffocate this trade and move my stop loss to 2R. So if it pulls up, it pulls up. Now price could end up still moving and hitting my target, but I don't want to be like super like aggressive on this, to be honest. Alan, ever try sizing up more to 2-3 contract to break even quicker? Nope. Marco, no matter how much size I put on, I will never move a trade to break even. It's not how I trade. But I appreciate the question though. Generally what I do is I trim. So if I was in 3 contracts, I would have trimmed for 1R, I would have trimmed for 2R, and then I would have watched to see if my last one can hit target. Depending on structure, right? If structure gives me a reason to move stops to break even, I will. But no other reason other than that, guys. Why not 5 contracts? That'd be insane. 5 minis? That would be insane, Marco. Unless I'm looking to YOLO my account, I would never do that. All right, there it is. That's 2R right there, guys. 2R just got tagged. 2R just got tagged. What are we gonna do here, guys? What are we gonna do here? Everyday Gammy, good night, man. Yeah, if I was in 5 minis, guys, I would have closed this already. I'd be up like 7 grand right now. I'm a price action trader, Daniel. Jason Trade, I went through the chart review earlier on, so I don't know if I want to rehash that again. You know what? I will suffocate this trade, guys. From here on out, I'm going to suffocate it. I normally don't do this, but I don't want to be super greedy. We're coming up to this big buy zone here, so I'm just going to do that. So worst case scenario, guys, I make a little over $1,000. That's what's going to happen here. Right, guy. Yeah, go on a paper account and shoot like 1,000 contracts. That'd be hilarious. PDP, right on, man, right on. If we suddenly get a really strong sell bar and it pushes down here, like where my cursor is at the moment, I'll move my stop loss to 2R and then I'll just leave it there. And then I will not suffocate it from there on out. I would just let the trade play out. This is a pretty solid trade already, guys. So I'm risk-free at this point, right? I'm gonna go at this point in time. It's like, this is my daily payout. Done, just like this, right? So the question now comes down to whether or not I hit the 1K or hit the 2K mark. We'll see. Nice, J-Cap, right on. Why I was looking to sweep the lows yesterday. Are we talking about yesterday's stream? I am Mr. Davis. Is that what you're referring to? Can you just clarify that for me? I know. I refer to all the different things when I trade stand trades because like different people reference different things like Bollinger Bands and like VWAPs and stuff like that. So I always reference it if I know how to, anyways. Thanks, Blink. I appreciate it. All right, based on this 5-minute bar close, guys, I am going to move my stop even deeper. I'm at 2. I'm just going to keep it at 2R now, guys. If I get stopped out, it's 2R. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. So we had such a big move up, man. We had such a big move up, and we looked like we were starting to die off actually up the top here. Like once we lost Globex, that was kind of my key, and then on top of that, we also I was kind of looking for us to retrace 50% of yesterday's big move. Thanks, gang. Thanks, gang. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the love. We're coming up to the wick spot, guys. 368 here is the wick spot. Right here, guys. Right here. It's coming in. It's coming in hot. It's coming in hot. Literally at the wick spot. Okay, we just tagged the wick spot, guys. We're tagging the wick spot. Do we get fall through? Do we get fall through? Do we start selling off now? Oh, here comes the buyers. Here we go. This is Asia Low. Thanks, guys. Appreciate the love, guys. Much love. Much love. So what do we do here, guys? Come on. We're at 2R. That's secured. That's in the bag. Can we get 3R? We're so close. I said this earlier on, guys, for those who are just hopping on the stream right now. I did say that this wick spot is exactly why my 3R target is dicey. It is dicey. I recognize that. This, up to that wick spot, that would have been a 91 point trade. 91 point trade. Oh, there's the buyers coming in from that low wick area. NQ, are you my friend tonight? Or are you going to be a dick? Come on. Come on. PDP, man, you would have to have some bar confirmation. If you're just bound, if you're looking to long off the wick, I mean, that's slippery slope. Holy, we are so close. Oh, there you go. I was going to be like, holy, am I really going to miss the stop loss? All right, there, guys. 2R. 2R. I got a 2R trade there, guys. That was what? 67 point trade? 67 point trade. And just so you guys know, right there, some of you guys get a little caught up with the whole P&L thing and that I'm not showing it. That right there, that's $1,900 on the day. That's my daily payout, guys. $1,940 locked in. So I got TPT. I got 2 TPT accounts, like I said. This one I locked in $1,900. The other one I locked $900. In total, that is $2,800 daily payout locked in. So I just need to wait until tomorrow, and I get to withdraw that, right? So now it's just about not doing anything stupid. I'm from Vancouver, Canada, Kyle. I'm actually going to switch my account now, guys, because I don't want to keep trading this account. I already got it locked in. I'll work on some evals since I'm done. I don't want to over push my I do not want to over push my fundeds. Okay, I'm switching over to an eval now, guys. You missed the block order. MDC. Nice, gang. Love to see that the chat was winning today. I just realized I switched to the wrong thing. There you go. I love that the gang's winning. That's awesome. I'm not taking longs right now, Jared. I was looking at that with my eval. I was like, ooh, I can maybe scalp a long with my eval right now. But by the time I switched over to my eval, it was already too late. Josh, my man, I'm doing good. You just missed it, man. I just locked in $1,900. Take profit trader pro. Yeah, Vernati, I can see your words. I can see your text. Yeah, I caught shorts. 67 point is where I got stopped out in profit. I was shooting for 100. The deepest we went was 91 points. Perfectly honest. I was making the comment early on. I probably should have taken it there, but it is what it is. I knew my risk when I took it. Really, Vernati? That's really weird. Vernati? Yeah, I type something that doesn't work. Do you trade others? Kyle, yeah, I do trade other sessions, but this is the only session that I stream though. Just because Project 365, there's like 5 of us. We have other guys that stream all the other sessions. Vernati, I can see you, dude. I can see you just fine. We were talking about Instagram. I responded back to you, Vernati, I'm pretty sure. Hold on, where is it? I'm almost 100% sure I responded back to you. Yeah, I responded back to you, Vernati. Yeah, man, I responded back to you. What do I think about gold right now? Ooh. Ooh. There you go. Interesting that we're holding that spot right now. Why are we holding that spot? That's really weird. Well, that was the break and retest, guys. I just don't. We'll see if we get follow through. I mean, I obviously already missed it, so I'm not taking this. As of right now, off that break and retest, we could have gotten 1R already. 2R is about right here. On PSD, so those early morning PSD market hours can be brutal. Yeah, they can be. I'm used to it though. But I don't trade in the New York session anymore just because like that's my family time and my business time. Okay, Coop, shout out to my brother there. He just passed his eval. Let's go. Yeah, Vernati, I responded back to you like quite a long time ago, actually. J Trader, I actually exited a short trade already and I locked in some profits. I did my chart review earlier on, so you just have to scroll back. Justin, I know you DM me. I'll respond back to you after the stream's over, man. Damn, Randall. Sorry to hear, man. That's rough. Thanks, Vernati. Mr. Plum also passed the eval on Lucid. Let's go. Way to go, gang. Way to go. What am I looking for now? Honestly, man. I mean, I'm trading eval, so I definitely have a different mindset at the moment, but it looks like we can go lower, obviously, here, because like I said, I am looking for us to tag 3288, 3279. I'm kind of looking for that right now, but we could very much so flip here. Like, this could be a potential higher low right here. Do I want to risk it with an eval is the question. this a shot. Just got your email. Was my spam. We'll get back to you next week. Thanks for your time. Really appreciate it. Cool. Sounds good. Yeah, get back to me soon because I've locked up the list already. So yeah, get back to me so that I don't hold up the rest of the group. Watching your mid-month trade update on YouTube. It's your average month like 90K in profit. No, I wouldn't say that. I don't know. I kind of whipsawed back and forth. I mean, like, I think like 60, 70K probably would be the number. But just remember though, right, Kyle, that's trading, that's prop from profits, right? That's not payout. Payout will be different, right? Just keep that in mind. Man, thanks, Josh. Yo, man, I hope everything's okay with you, dude. Feel free to hit up on my DMs, man, if you ever need chat. Copy trade AYE. What does that mean? Blueberry Muffin, I love your name. My stream time on Project 365 is this time. So 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time till midnight. This is my time slot. Can I give analysis on EU? What is EU, guys? I don't trade that. What is that? I feel like someone's asked me this question before and I always forget what it is. The Euro USD. No, Vernati, I'm not going to copy trade the evals. Don't do that to me. I already took the DLL on those Alpha Future ones. Euro USD. I don't trade that, my friend, so I really don't know what to say to that. Is it called what? Oh, yeah, it's Forex. I don't trade Forex, my dude. Yeah, I don't trade Forex, dude. I wouldn't know what to say to you here. I mean, it looks like we're holding for like a double bottom here right now on this Forex thing that you're looking at. But I don't trade this, man. I don't even want to provide my input because I don't want to steer you wrong, my dude. Oh, Tonwan, I posted on Instagram. I passed all 4 of those Alpha Future evals on that trade. But I've already hit DLL on them today, so I don't do well with $1,000 DLL just because I trade usually a higher size, so it's just not my cup of tea. Yeah, I do think we can keep going lower too. I do think that we can do that. Lance, watching from Bahrain. What up, man? $6E? Yeah, I still don't trade this asset though. That's the thing, bro. Dude, these candles look disgusting. It looks like the US dollar, this Forex that you're looking at, it looks like it's ranging though. We failed this VWAP quite a few times, so maybe we finally break the lows, but it's always ballsy. I would never short when I'm right literally at the low of day. That's never ideal. So I would personally, I would wait. I don't know, man. I hear Forex is like very unregulated, so I don't touch Forex. Oh, Kyle, I honestly, I met Rake because when I used to be in Stock Market Wolf's Discord 6 years ago, Rake was a moderator for him before he left and did his own thing. And then when I want to learn options, that's when I hopped over to Jake's Discord and learned how to trade options. That was like 3-4 years ago now. Do I think NQ will range during London session? I don't, honestly, YT, I don't like to speculate stuff like that too much. Then you get married into a bias unnecessarily. It's hard to say, man. It depends on where price action is when London opens as well. Yeah, Carlos, every prop firm has some sort of a fee. If you're not looking for a monthly cost, Lucid would be your best. Get a Lucid Flex account using code RT. If you've never traded with them, you'll get 50% off actually right now, 50. I think that expires in like today or tomorrow. I would recommend that, dude. Code RT, Lucid Flex. It's a one-time fee, no monthly subscription. Thanks, Kyle. Appreciate it, man. Have a good night. Is the like still 7? Is the like still 7? What does that mean? This is like an EDM playlist, Home Depot, so it just kind of runs through different songs. It expires today. There you go. Yeah, gold looks like it's starting to break off the trigger line here now. We're coming up. Gold has a 5-minute trigger line here around 3987. So we'll see how price reacts there. Yeah, YT, I would strongly recommend Lucid. I like Lucid as a prop firm. Going all in on Argentina is clearly over 90% win rate on trade F5 World Cup. Crazy. I'm not following that too much right now, actually. $15 minutes and London's going to open here in a bit. I have not tried Blue Sky, no. Thoughts on bars that have no wicks? Generally meaning, yeah, whatever, depending on which direction it's going, it just means that there was either no buyers or no sellers present at all. It depends on how that bar sets up to be honest. That decides a lot for me. Just no option with those accounts. Or how long are you able to hold on to those dormant before it becomes a problem? Right, guy. I mean, my definition of scalp trading is being in a position for like 10 seconds at best. That's a scalp trade to me. But I know that some people measure scalp trade based on points, so that's a little bit different, I guess, right? So. When you say recent bar, my friend, which recent bar are you referring to? Like the 2-minute time frame? Are you talking about that? I mean, there's technically still wicks on it. I've never traded the 25k account, super BD guy. I generally don't care for those too much. Got it, just no option. That makes sense. There you go. I just wanted to make sure. I don't want you getting screwed over. Have a good night, Vernetti. I don't look at the 1 minute time frame ton one, so I couldn't really explain that to you, because personally, in my opinion, I think that that time frame is I wouldn't be able to articulate something for you. John Nguyen, I have about what 1, 2, 3, 4. Technically speaking, I have 9 fundeds right now, but 5 of them I'm copy trading right now as like just experimenting. So I don't know if I really want to count them too much, because I don't know if I'll even survive with those. But my main 2 ones I trade right now are my take profit trader ones. Next trade I'm looking at, I mean, technically speaking, I kind of missed my potential higher little long here right now on my eval, but I'm still bearish on the chart. So I'd say that if we come back up into this area again, I'd probably see if we can get presented with a short up here. %. I did the chart review earlier already. IT Code Nerd. If you guys pulled back to the stream earlier within like first 20 minutes or so, that's when I did the chart review on it. I'm looking for this, essentially the intraday pullback before we continue moving higher. All right, since there's about 10 minutes left until the open, I am gonna highlight and give away an account to one of the OGs that have been following the stream for a very, very long time. This is just something that I'm just doing these days, just to kind of make sure that you guys, the loyal guys here, don't feel like they're not being loved here. Just want to give a shout out to my man Rye Guy. This one's for you, dude. You've been watching my stream since the first couple of days of starting this whole craft, so much love to you, brother. Yes, sir, Rye Guy. Hit my DMs. I know you got me on Instagram already, so. No problem, man. Ron, I was gonna say I need to check the markets, because I actually don't even know if the markets are gonna be really on. I'll double check with Jake, to be honest. I may not. I'm not sure yet. 7 minutes until the market opens here, gang. You sent me a song to play? I'll have to play it afterwards, man, because I don't know how the audio is going to turn out. Because I actually have my YouTube set to a certain setting right now for when I play music from it. But I will check it afterwards, Armani, after the stream. Yeah, it's Canada Day tomorrow. Not much, man. I still have some business stuff I gotta take care of. Stuff never changes for me, but I definitely will spend some time with the family, though, man. YT, man, I would say most user-friendly for you probably would be Lucid, man. Take advantage of their 50% off before it goes away. Code RT will get you 50%. Amber, no, man. I closed up my short trade already. Overall, on this on the Take Profit Trader Pro account, I locked in $1,900. Yeah, YT, make sure you take the time to really learn all the details, man, before you hop into it. That's for sure. I'm eyeing like a high risk long here, guys. And I say high risk because this is definitely not within my realm of strategy, but we'll see here. How much is the Lucid 50%? It depends on what prop account you get. Market opens in 4 minutes, gang. FF indicator right now, we're rejecting the 2-minute trigger line. Holding that bear sentiment. Eyeing might take this high risk longs. I would not recommend following this one though, because this is an experimental trade. Kenneth, if you've used it before, like if you used it before, it might not count. Or maybe it's expired now because technically it's like it's like midnight now. So Kenneth, have you traded with Lucid before? I'm going to attempt this long, guys. But this is high risk. I'm doing this with an eval, hence why I'm taking an abnormal trade. Not really within my system of trading, but I want to give it a shot. Take profit trader. The code is RAKE. Code RAKE Infinity. Oh yeah, Kenneth. That's only for like new ones. So it's like that the other guy earlier, because they've never traded with Lucid before. That's the reason why I made the comment, because it's 50% off only for like the first two accounts. Infinity, no. TPT 40% off is pretty standard for them. They would usually have to have some sort of crazy campaign for them to do more than that. So I honestly 40% is pretty solid, man. All right, London's opening up right now, guys. This is usually where I log off. I just want to see if this eval gets stopped out or if we hit profit. Experimental trade gang. I use Tradeovate user podcast. MDC, you cracked me up, bro. All right, I got stopped on the eval. It's all good. That 50-minute bar is a pretty strong bearish bar here. I'm curious if this is the move that's going to get us down towards the 288. Do I want to try one more? Last trade with this eval here, guys. If it doesn't work out, I'm done for the night. Actually, I'm done for the night regardless, so I guess we'll see if we get some follow through here. Yeah, MDC, you're right to stay on the short side. I mean, technically speaking, those 5-minute bars, that 15-minute bar, it was screaming shorts. So me countering that probably wasn't too wise. Full port hogs, Ron. You're hilarious, bro. Do you want me to full port another eval after this? I should be hopping off soon here, though, man. It's late for me. But overall, very content with the night, man. I've got like, in total, what was it again? $2,700 in daily profit locked in for payout for tomorrow. So I'm a happy camper, man. Oh, I already got stopped out of those high-risk longs, bro. Canada Day in Canada? Yeah, it is like a bank holiday. Like, everything's pretty much closed. Calm down, Ronit. Stop spamming the chat, bro. Savage, Home Depot. Savage. Thanks, Ron. Thanks, Home Depot, man. I appreciate the love, bro. Nice. My daily payout that I requested for from yesterday is ready to roll. Locked in, guys. All right, guys. It's getting late. I'll update on Instagram if this ends up hitting my target or if it doesn't. I gotta head out of here, guys. I got an early start tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in as always, man. I will see you guys tomorrow night. Remember the reference point, the chart reviews that I talked about, because I'm sure going into tomorrow or later session, things may play out. So anyways, with that, guys, catch you guys later, man. Have a good night.